Right, morning everyone. Welcome to the briefing for Wednesday the 9th of August. So looking at the chart, at last we have some high pressure over the top of us and some reasonably settled weather. There is this warm front up here and talk of a front, sort of a very weak front affecting northern parts of the country later on. But it shouldn't be affecting us down at Lasham, and on the whole, a very settled picture for today. Further ahead, tomorrow should be similar, reasonably high pressure, slightly more southwesterly winds. But as we go further ahead into the week, we have this low pressure system making its way across us, which may bring some more unsettled weather, but there should be soaring intervals most days. Winds today really quite light, pretty much from the west at about 5 knots at flying height. And the SATPIC's currently showing pretty clear over most of the country. There's some remaining low cloud and fog patches that are just burning off. But other than that, a very nice picture. Public forecast is showing sunny intervals all day with a top temperature of 21 degrees. And with that light wind, it may actually feel warm on the airfield. Good visibility and humidity reducing over the next few hours. It is quite damp on the ground, but hopefully it should be drying out soon. Top temperature here is showing about 23 degrees in the Lasham area, with dew points set at about 14, so you've got quite a nice split there. And that's the current view outside. There's some remaining low bits of cloud in places, but otherwise pretty clear around here now. Dave Masson's forecast showing a good day. He's saying good for 300 to 500 kilometres, not that fast, but it looks like a fairly steady day with cumulus 4,500 feet in the afternoon. Farnborough's picking up a few clouds at 3,500 feet. They had a tempo in here early this morning for low cloud and a bit of fog, but other than that, that's it. And that's your potential flight distance for today for an 18-metre glider, showing not stunning, but fairly steady over the whole country, better to the north and maybe into the northeast if you dare go all the way up into Cambridgeshire. Thermals, let's go for 10 a.m. It's showing not a lot, potentially a bit of a slow start, but by midday, even then not that good. 1 o'clock a bit better in our area, showing potentially blue. But here we have thermals to about 3,500, 4,000 feet. Going ahead a few hours, it's still showing it to be possibly blue around the Lasham area and parts of the country, but cloud base getting a little bit higher, at least 4,000 feet. And this is 4 p.m. Carrying on, it seems to be dying out by about 6 and appears to be a sea breeze front cutting off much to the south of Lasham. So your site forecast for today shows good thermals really from 11 a.m. onwards, pretty steady all day, 2.5 knots, and going into about 4, 5 o'clock at the latest, certainly finished by about 6 it's showing. Usable height being 3,500 feet by midday, and it's showing potentially 4,500 feet into the afternoon. Okay, NOTAMs is not really much to affect today. There's lots of paragliders and some intense radio transmissions around, but 32 here. Parachuting, Little Rislington, so just the other side of Bryce. It's probably the only one that you're going to need to avoid. A couple of gliding competitions around. You've got us, Dunstable, and 21, I think it is here, Keevil. But not a lot to affect today, which is nice. So operationally today, of course, it's the comp, and it's going to be set up on 2.7. So the club operation will have the launch point here somewhere, and that will be with launching from the north side grass, aerotow only. What we normally do in this setup is we put a little cone here somewhere, just about here. We put that there for people to position the gliders to the south of. The idea is that gives you sufficient clearance to all the tucks and everything else on the north side, so that keeps you safe, and also means there's enough space to tow gliders between the launch point and the perimeter track. That stops you having to tow around the little launch point itself. So if you can keep your gliders away from the cone, i.e. on the south side, then that works nicely. Just a reminder that it is, of course, a launch point, so not a grid. People do need to continue to pull forwards as gliders take off. Just a reminder for those of you that aren't used to it, club flying during competitions, it's aerotow only. For the winch current pilots or pilots under instruction in Lasham gliders, we have a reduced rate, that's £25 to 1,500 feet. Otherwise, it's normal rates. Where people can, if you can do circuits to the north side grass, obviously 2.7, that means we can retrieve you relatively quickly. If you land on the south side, certainly when the grid is going, may take a little while to get you. Club launching will be somewhere from 11 AM onwards, probably more like 12 onwards today. It's a little bit of a slow start. And during that time, there'll be no club launching, so that'll be for about an hour. Those of you that are flying around locally, be cautious, there will be a lot of gliders around. And later on in the afternoon, be aware of gliders that are approaching straight in, potentially not doing normal circuits, keep an eye out for that. No jet movements during the day today, so it should be nice and straightforward. See you on the airfield. Bye for now.